the category, going from the neutral person to the benefactor. This person, as with the metta practice, is somebody who has really offered you something of value in your life. Somebody for whom you feel a lot of gratitude. And as with the metta practice, you don't need to know this person, in real life. They might be a public figure. And if you're used to a benefactor in the metta practice, somebody that you've used a lot in the metta practice, and the practice goes well with that person, you can use the same person and using the same phrase. Remembering ownership of action can be immediate. So you don't have to believe in some hell realm out there. People who have good fortune have cultivated that. People who have difficulty, that is something, from some mind state they habitually inhabit, they've cultivated that too. We're all subject to habit. So if there is resistance, and it is very common at this point for that to happen, what do you want to cultivate in the future hour? Never mind anything bigger than that. For some people, the benefactor is easier than the neutral person. But don't worry if you just have a two-dimensional image of this person or a vague sense of them. For the purposes of cultivating a quality of equanimity, this is enough. And doing the practice in exactly the same way as we've been doing with the neutral person. And in this category of benefactor, it's best not to choose somebody very close to you. And I always forget to say this at the outset, the person needs to be alive, or the being needs to be alive. So taking a moment to reflect who to choose, and really in this process of choosing somebody, just let somebody pop into the mind. Usually the first person that comes to mind is the best person for this. So just take a moment to think, oh, benefactor, who? And then choosing whomever comes to mind. We'll practice in silence. Grazie a tutti. Thank you, everybody, for your practice. Now, time for questions.
So the question is about how to be more vigilant, to get back to be vigilant when there is a bit of sleepiness. Actually, Vedra is noticing the difference in between Upekkha and Vipassana practice. So normally for her, there's more sleepiness in the first sitting in the morning. Mm-hmm. And here it is a kind of change compared to the evening. So there is more like sleepiness in the evening with Upekkha and less in the morning. So she's wondering if you have any suggestion regarding getting back to be vigilant.
Yeah, thank you, Vedra. To cultivate any of the Brahmaviharas, we need to have mindfulness as well. Of course, it's in the background, unlike Vipassana practice. as soon as you realize, oh, there's sleepiness, oh, the mind's drifting, oh, there's restlessness, any of the hindrances, which are natural at this point in the practice. The phrase itself, kamasaka, can be very useful, directed to yourself. So taking a moment, not long, you don't have to think about it, but just to reflect, what do I want to cultivate right now? And then picking up the phrase, if there's sleepiness, you can repeat the phrase with a little more energy, but make sure you're not forcing in any way. Just coming back again and again with as much energy as you need to put into it to stay awake. And if you keep planting seeds of vigilance, vigilance will arise by itself. So the inclination to that is to act whenever you see the mind drifting off, rather than just letting it drift. And really be patient with the mind. Sleepy or restless or annoyed or greedy or full of aversion, whatever it is. Mm-hmm. That's the mind sometimes. Yeah. So what do I want to cultivate right now? And planting a seed of whatever that is. So Sophia had a question but has disappeared. Sylvia, please.
Sylvia would like to share about having such a confusion because in between yesterday and today she tried with two different sentences while irradiating Upekkha. So yesterday she started with the sentence you shared, like, may there be ease with the conditions in your life right now. Mm-hmm. And then noticing that using this phrase, there was such a moving attitude, kind of meta attitude. So there was something going on at the heart base, basically. Then today she tried to shift to the translation of Kamasaka. So may you be owner of your actions, so ownership of action. And it seems to be different, but still the sensation is like not irradiating anything at all. So there is a bit of confusion about it.
Yeah. Thank you, Sylvia, for that question. You may not be the only one who has it.
Quindi grazie Silvia per questa domanda, potresti non essere la sola che ha questo dubbio, questa confusione.
So as I said last night, this practice is very different from the other three Brahma Viharas because we're not involved in a wish for that other person. So it's not, may you be the owner of your actions. That's ownership of action is a fact of life. So you're right. You're not wishing that person anything. Not explicitly anyway. There may be lots of well-wishing in the background, but in the foreground is this wisdom that understands whatever seeds we plant will sprout, and we get the fruit of that if we feed that. This is just nature. And thinking back to what Kiara shared this morning, we have such conditioning about if you're experiencing unhappiness or if you do something wrong, it's because it's your fault, or if you do something wrong, you're going to go to hell. That's actually not what this is saying. It means in each moment understanding whatever it is we cultivate, that's what we will reap the fruit of. Yeah. That's it.
Thank you.
So Lorena, please.
Lorena would like to share, and she would like to know if it's right to do like that. like addressing Upekkha to the benefactor. She was kind of visualizing through like pictures or images or fast flashes about some moments when this person was kind or helpful to her. And then while repeating the phrase Kamasaka, then after a while it was like thinking, perceiving whatever it will be in the future. Maybe there will be joy and happiness, maybe not, due to conditions. So is it fine to do in this way? And especially Lorena was feeling a kind of detachment, like to observe in the distance.
Yes, that's perfect. That observation in the distance is perfect. With reflections, make sure that they don't turn into long sessions of thinking. So a little bit of remembering something that somebody did that was beneficial. Oh yeah, that's fine. But very briefly. Especially if it happens spontaneously, that's just fine. So
yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.
Ricardo, please.
So there is just a doubt about the practice while dealing with daily activities like daily life. Should I stay with, for example, in this case, the benefactor, or should I address Upekkha also to the people I'm meeting? So the second one.
Yeah, feel free to open it up, Ricardo. If you're by yourself in an like walking up some stairs and there's no one around, you can keep the cultivation to the benefactor or something like that. But if you're around other people, just connect naturally with those other people and remember as often as you can that phrase. Oh yeah, Kamasaka, that person too, that person too, that person too. Thank you. So Federica has posted the interview sheet for the 10:30 interviews, and we can go into the breakout room now and then just come back at 10:30. Grazie, everybody. May you have a good day of practice.